Hey guys, welcome to my DIY channel. Oh my god, that is crazy to say. It's my first YouTube video. There's obviously a gazillion YouTubers at this point, but I wanted to do this for a long time, so whatevs. If you could hit subscribe, that would be awesome. Okay, here we go. This video is my laundry room update, and not only that, but it's the first major project I've ever done. This update will be in 2 parts just because there's a lot. Here's what my laundry room looked like before. It's a mix of a small laundry room and mud room since it's where we enter from the garage. You can tell it's a drop zone for us, so I want to add in hooks to hang our coats and get things off the ground. And also just organize the crap out of this. First I started with cleaning this major mess. We have lots of stuff that needs to be organized, but for now I want to take everything out of this room. I didn't film me and my husband taking out the washer and dryer because it was a lot. Ick. This is super gross. Our dryer vent was actually detached from the dryer, so there was so much lint stuck to the vinyl floor. There's also a lot of objects here that are not ours, like the socks, hangers, and picture frame are definitely not ours. After throwing everything away, I vacuumed up and started taking the weird large metal hanging thing that was in the room. I believe it was meant to hang clothes up, but it was so large and you couldn't even open up the cabinet door, so I would like to get rid of this. A screw was stripped in the weird metal hanging thing and I couldn't get it out. Mom to the rescue! My mom came for the weekend actually to help me out since I'm a baby in the DIY world and didn't know what I was doing. We tried many different ways to get it out, but the best was my mom using pliers. After the screw finally came out, it was full demo time. We have to take out the cabinets because my plan is to put up new cabinets with floating shelves in the middle. My husband came to help us as well so he could do some of the heavy lifting. I plan to reuse the trim, so I'm careful as I take it out.
You might want to take the, I don't even know if it's attached, we could just try. Oh.
This floor was a real struggle. I bought a scraper meant for helping to take off vinyl flooring. The problem was that we actually had the blade on the wrong way at first. Once we flipped it around, it worked. A little. Not as well as I'd hoped, so it was a lot of me using my hands and then me and mom just switching off using it. sure it was me being a naive newbie DIYer, so I thought this would take an hour or so to get off. But the hour came and went and we only had gotten a tiny bit around the room. I was getting pretty down since I realized this would take most of the day. But you can see this little area I got up, which actually came up along the edge. Patrick could hear my yells of frustration and came in to help. My hero. He got part of the floor to start coming up and was able to tear up the rest of the floor. It was truly amazing to watch because we would have wasted a whole day of working on that floor. After that, I vacuumed up the last little bit of floor left over. We took out the matte membrane that goes under the tile to help prevent cracks in tile and grout. We did this to cut the membrane to size and make sure we had enough, which we did, and I ended up actually having to go back to Home Depot to get more. After we got it all cut and laid down how it should go on the floor, we laid down the tile to make sure I had enough as well, and I liked the pattern. Once my mind was made up, my mom showed me how to make mortar to lay the membrane down. She likes to mix by hand, so since she's my DIY guru, I sat back and watched. When it became like a peanut butter consistency, we got to work on laying that down under the membrane. Mom showed me how to do it first, then it was all me, baby. Well, I may have had to ask for help once or twice. Mom! Huh? Will you look at it first before I put it down? Just this one time. It's a little hard to see since I have my phone vertical, but I'm smoothing the membrane down and I'm actually smoothing it towards myself so any of the excess mortar will come forward. We let it sit overnight to let it harden fully. The next day I made more mortar on my own with Mom's supervision and got to work line tile. I'm going for a herringbone pattern with a straight border around it, so I'm starting with the border. I'm using 1/4 tile spacers because I'm going for a more realistic brick look. Something important, use a level as you're laying the tile down. You don't want no tripping hazard. Another random tip I have for anyone that made it this far, use knee pads. Please use the knee pads. Like for real, it's cool to not be in pain. As for laying mortar and tile, you want to use the right trowel for the tile size, and you'll see me making grooves in the mortar. It helps the tile adhere better to the membrane, and I also give the tile a little wiggle after it's down to release any air bubbles. On the next video, I'll show my terror of cutting tile for the first time with a wet saw. Make sure to come back and watch part 2 to see if I lose a finger. Spoiler, I don't. Please hit subscribe and like this video. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.